Henry VIII is an odd play. I think that's the first thing that I should say. And it is odd, especially because when you sit down and read it, it's difficult to suss out the exact story beats of the narrative. Most scenes either begin with or are wholly comprised of minor or unnamed characters coming in and speaking in hushed tones about what the major players have done just off stage. Oftentimes they will contradict what we have just seen happen or what we are about to see happen, or they will contradict each other in the scene. At the end of the play, we know that Henry has divorced one wife and married another, but we've no idea the order in which it happened. We've no idea who was the engine behind it. We've no idea really even if it was something that Henry wanted. We are left totally in the dark about the motivations of most of the major players. And I believe that that is by design. The subtitle of the play is All is True. And we are performing the play under the subtitle, because I believe at the end of the day, this play is more about all truths being true than it is about Henry VIII. Henry is certainly a major character, but the play is far more about his court and his courtiers and the small people who surround Henry, trying to survive him and trying to stay alive as Henry does battle with his wife and his advisors and himself and his religion. We are purposely kept in the dark about what happens during this play and what people want during this play. And for that reason, All is True is horrifyingly timely. We have just lived through and are currently living through extremely turbulent political times, and a time when our government's relationship with the media has been especially fraught and has resulted in a great deal of confusion, a great deal of miscommunication, a great deal of misdirection. We have seen the media abused. We have seen the media weaponized. We have seen the media dismissed. And this play really is a portrait about what happens when, when a monarch does not know himself, when a government does not know themselves, but also B, when there is no clear communication between a government and its people. And how does a country survive that? And how do a people survive that? And how does a government survive that? And the play doesn't really give us any answers. The play ends with a prayer. The play ends with a grown cleric, Thomas Cranmer, in our production, played by a wonderful actress named Brittany Pirazzoli, holding a newborn baby who may one day inherit the throne of England, and essentially begging this infant child to do better, while at the same time trying to get that child's father to acknowledge her. At the center of this vortex, we have one very strong woman, Catherine of Aragon, Henry's first wife, a formidable politician and political power in her own right, who alone, of all the potentates that we meet during the course of the play, is concerned with protecting her people and is concerned with leadership. The play follows her as she embarks on what is at times a distinctly quixotic quest, as she strives to keep her group of women alive and safe and whole and happy and healthy in a world that seems at times tailor-made to degrade and destroy them. Investigating this play with this cast has been one of the great joys of my career. And I cannot imagine a better way to start my tenure as the artistic director than rolling up my shirt sleeves and, along with some of my dearest friends in the world, diving into a play that none of us have encountered before, that I guarantee has not been seen by LA audiences for well over a decade. And yet, through this rehearsal process, we have found that this play has much to say about not just the world that Shakespeare lived in 400 years ago, but the world that we inhabit today. All is True, or Henry VIII, runs at the Whitmore Lindley Theatre from November 4th until December 4th in a rep with Die Lady Die. I cannot wait to welcome you back to the theater.